Everybody. In today's training video, we're going to go back to basics. And the reason I have this particular ugly website up right now, there's a reason for this, is because this was my original website, the very first website I ever created back in the year 2006. So that's 10 years ago, and probably the beginning of internet marketing, pretty much maybe, well, those people in the late 90s doing marketing, but pretty early on in the game. And I had went to a workshop in Atlanta by my mentor, Mac Basic, who was a very well-known internet marketer. And we created using the old front page, if you're familiar with some of the original ways to create websites, we created this squeeze page. So each person had a computer that was given at the workshop, and we were told to make a very plain and ugly, even back then with those standards, squeeze page where we would collect email addresses. And here was mine from my book, 7 Secrets to a Successful Divorce. And it had some compelling copy, as you can see here. How would you like to learn sneaky divorce tactics, men use? Discover the down-to-earth survival skills that will save you time, money, and heartache during your divorce. And there was a testimonial here. And he told us exactly how to do this. And right here it said first name, email address. Click here to get your free newsletter. This was very successful. I got tens of thousands of opt-ins from this little tiny ugly squeeze page back in 2006. And the reason I'm bringing this up is I noticed that many of you are not list building collecting email addresses on your websites. And like I said, we're going back to basics of marketing, Marketing 101. It is the most important thing you can do. Whatever you do, whether you're using social media, whether you're doing, even these days with, offline marketing, is you're always driving people back to your website with one purpose: to collect their email addresses. Because as we know, somebody can come to your website, and if you're trying to go right directly for the sale, if they click off, if they leave, if they get distracted, and you have not got their email address, you're not going to be able to contact them again. You're going to just hope that they do come back to your website. So it's something that people overlook, and it's really important. I'll show you. Nope, this is my more current one. This was my second one. This one was using a video. This was done in about maybe 2007, 2008. And this was a little more upgraded than the first one because I had a video on this. And I even added some copy here, which led to the sales letter for my book. So these are some basic squeeze pages that are, pretty old. My more current one, which I think I've shown you guys before, is this one right here. And this is one that was just done recently. So you can see it's a major difference from in 10 years with the quality of the websites. But, it doesn't really matter because the most important thing that these squeeze pages, opt-in pages, landing pages, as people call them, is the most important thing that they do is collect email addresses. Now, here's another one that I use for my magazine, which is very successful. Get a free subscription to Addiction on One magazine. It's very basic. When you click here, it just pops up. First name, email address, get instant access. And I get a lot of opt-ins on this for the magazine as well. So these are just some quick examples. So now you're probably wondering, okay, we know about this. You've talked about this before. How do I, I'm very confused. How do I get one of these on my website? And I want to give you some tools and some easy ways because I want everyone to be able to implement this on your websites. You can do specific squeeze pages like this, or you can use something like the Opt-in Monster, where you'll actually have a fly-in come in, if you've seen these before, where a box will come in and will collect an email address for you. And this comes in, and I'm not showing an example right here, but let me see if it's under features here. You'll be able to see that it's basically would fly in on top of the website and collect. Here's an example right there. You can see free case study. Put your email address, and it's going to come in, and you can actually have it come in on certain pages of your website without having to redesign your entire website. For those of you who have websites up already, this is a really good option to add one of these. It's a simple way for you able to collect email addresses if you're not doing it correctly now. It's very inexpensive. You can do it for $49 for a year for one website. and it's going to give you unlimited opt-in forms, and it's for one site, and it'll give you a lot of great features here. So this is a really good tool to use if you don't want to create a separate squeeze page and you want to just add something for people to opt in to your website. And of course, you're going to need to connect this. And even if you do a squeeze page, you're going to connect this to something that's going to collect those email addresses. And I know most of you are familiar with that. I prefer MailChimp only for my clients, only because it's free up to the first 2,000 members. There's other ones, that are very good, like Aweber, and there's a whole bunch of different ones out there. Some can get very pricey that you can use, but if you look at here, if you just want to do something basic, you can do, it's up to 2,000 subscribers, free forever plan. And you could send 12,000 emails, which I don't think you'd be sending that much. And then you can also there's a plan where you can create some messages that automatically go out to people after they give you their email address. And I believe that starts about the upgrade, $10 a month. So I really like MailChimp, very easy to use. The other ones start $20 and up. So this is a really good one to start with. And it's pretty simple to use. And I suggest if you're not using an autoresponder system right now, it's one of your must-haves for your business if you're going to be doing any sort of marketing online. And this is, even if you have a brick and mortar business, you need to be collecting email addresses. If you have people coming into a store or to a, storefront, you need, even if you're a hair salon, you need to be getting people's emails. It's really important that you do that no matter what business you're in. It's the biggest thing you can do, the most important thing you can do. It's hands down the best way to reach people and to sell to people your products and services and keep in touch with them. And so it's really important that you really concentrate on this. I know there's so many, shiny new objects that come out with marketing and the latest and greatest social media strategies, but going back to basics, and that's why I bring this up, is this is what the original course, like I said, I took, 10 years ago when I began my quest with internet and online marketing. The first thing we did was create one of these squeeze pages, and that was the first thing I was taught by my mentor, a very successful marketer, was get the email addresses. And that advice has always been great advice. And now I have, I think my total list with all my lists is over 20,000, and I have these emails, and I continue to build my email list, and I continue to make money from my email lists. Depending on who I'm targeting, I have separate email addresses for different industries that I'm able to target, like my addiction professionals. I have, I think, about 1,200 emails of people just in Florida who work in the addiction industry. And those people, I'm able to, send weekly emails when I do a luncheon, and I get them to come to the luncheon. I had 56 people sign up for our last luncheon. So it's a great way it's the best way to make money. I mean, if you're doing events, if you're doing anything that you're going to be doing, you need to get those email addresses. So let's think, if you're going, say you do want to do something, you're a do-it-yourselfer, and you'd like, your budget is, you're on a budget and you don't want to hire a web developer. There's some simple ways you can do this. First of all, you're going to need a WordPress website, which I know probably most of you have. Now you're going to need a really good theme that's made for marketers. And I always suggest OptimizePress. This is my favorite. It's really easy to use, and it has built-in templates that you can just use and customize fairly easily. So you see here, you can start building your site under 15 minutes. And I'll show you the pricing on this. This core package, you get 3 sites for only $97, which is great. It gives you can even start your own membership site with this. It includes over 30 templates. They also have a marketplace if you want to buy other templates. You can do that as well for like $10, $11, $12. It's pretty inexpensive. So this is a really easy way to create a website quickly. And let me give you an example. My website here, we're in the back end of ChristinaRowe.com. And let me move this, if I can, to show you right here where it says OptimizePress. This is my theme. Let me go to themes here so I can just show you this, right? Appearance, themes. Now I'm in a WordPress website. Okay, so you see my active theme here is OptimizePress. So I click here and I'm going to go to create new page. Okay, so once I go to create new page, you'll see it's giving me all these different types of pages that I can create, even webinar pages. So I'm just going to click on opt-in pages, and I want to show you this because you're going to see just how easy this is. Okay, so look, it's giving me all these different templates that I can, be able to use to collect email addresses. So if I wanted to do a video, there's one here, clean video landing page. If I want to just do something like this for an ebook, I'll just click on this. I would just make a page. Let me just do a dummy page with something really easy for you guys. Let's see this one here. Okay, so I'm just going to put test and create page. This is really how easy this is and simple. And you don't need anything fancy. Even in this day and age, you really don't need anything too fancy. The main thing is to keep it simple. And the great thing about Optimize Press is all the pages are optimized for mobile. So when somebody's on the phone, they can easily opt in to your website, and that's really important. Okay, so here we go. It's these little templates, as I hover over, have an editing button. So I can click on this and change this text here. I can just hover over the top here and I can click edit row and I could change the color. Just some simple things you can do. As soon as I hover over, I could change the copy here, the copy here. It's giving me these arrows. If I don't want them, I can eliminate them or I can change them. Here I would put my own ebook cover, and we went over that in a previous video of how to make one quickly in Canva for free. And then here I would click this and I would use these for the bullets here. As you see, I would put in the benefits of opting in to get my free gift. And I would just put that down here. And then I would go down here and I would click save and continue as I did my work. And here's where it says get started, enter your email address. So this is where you're going to hook this up with MailChimp. So I'll click on here and I'll show you how this works. Okay, so it's going to say integration type. It works with MailChimp. I could put email data or a custom form. And then I could change the content, and I can even change the actual button here. So this is the part that may be a little tricky. And you really basically, you can grab the form code from MailChimp. There's a way to hook this up, which I don't have this hooked up. I believe I don't have it hooked up to MailChimp right now. I have it to another autoresponder. I use several different ones. So I could actually have a drop down where it would hook directly to my MailChimp. On this, which I do on several other websites. This particular one, I have this going, I believe, to my shopping cart autoresponder. So, or you can just grab the code. So if this is something that is really scary for you, you don't have to know how to do this. You could even go over to Fiverr or to Upwork and say, I need help with a lot of people are trained in Optimize Press. I need customization of a squeeze page. I need the MailChimp opt-in hooked up to this, and it may cost you, I don't know, $20 or even less to do something like this. So then you'll have your page. You'll click it and you'll have your page. And you can choose, like we said, from a lot of different ones here. So I'm just going to save and close this test page. And we'll just go through some of the other different pages here. As you can see, there's so many different pages you can do. These are the landing pages. We've got thank you pages. And we even have sales pages here with Optimize Press. And, when you play around with them, the other great thing is each of them will have, it says here, click here to watch our getting started video. And there's little videos too that you can be able to use if you need some help with this, or hire somebody to help you get this going, because it's really, really important that you get people to give you their email address. This way you can contact them. You can, share your different services, your different products, all the, the different events that you have coming up. And I know a lot of you do collect business cards and put them directly into a MailChimp or another autoresponder, but there's a lot of better, easier ways to do that online. You could be sharing on social media. Everything you share on social media should have, a call to action, whether it's a YouTube video, whether your LinkedIn post article, whether it's a blog post. Get my free gift. I use another opt-in I use is my cool apps and tips ebook, and I get opt-ins on that as well. And so I just put that out there. So it's a really great way to drive traffic back to your website by, creating just like this one, a simple squeeze page. You can put share buttons. You can share this, very easy to do, and really worth your time investing some time and a little bit of money in creating one of these for your business. It's going to bring back a lot of rewards. It's tremendous. Having a good email list is really important. And I also wanted to bring this up too as part of our series, because eventually we're going to be bringing you how to do Facebook ads. And when you're doing Facebook ads, the best way is to direct them to a page like this to collect email addresses, not to go initially and try to sell somebody, because people need to see your message 7, 8, 9 times nowadays before they buy. Everybody has ADD online, and they're all over the place. So you probably do it already. You're probably clicking on ads like Facebook ads in your timeline that you're giving your email address up to get a free report, a video, a webinar, and you're going to a page like this, whether on your smartphone or on your computer. So you want to be able to do this too. And we're going to teach you how to do Facebook ads. But first, you need to set something like this up. So I want you to think about how you can do this. Get your tools. Again, let me go over them. You're going to need MailChimp. You're going to need either an Optimized Press or an opt-in monster for your website. And you're going to either do it yourself, or you're going to just hire it out, Fiverr or Upwork, and get somebody, or your web designer that you have already, to get somebody to build you a simple squeeze page, opt-in page to collect email addresses. So it's not that difficult. It's worthwhile to do, and it's really going to help accelerate your business this year. So that's it for this week, and I'll talk to you soon.